We know that ChatGPT has shortcomings around bias, and we are working to improve it. That was the message OpenAI founder Sam Altman tweeted to his followers on February 2nd. Recently, ChatGPT has come under criticism for its biases, which have been found to exist in the training data and language models developed by OpenAI. People have started referring to ChatGPT as woke due to its increasingly politically correct and socially aware responses. Are these claims true, though? Keep watching to learn more about the issue as we explore the concerns, what Elon Musk thinks about it, and what OpenAI is doing to address it. Which demographics are treated unequally? Professor David Rosado tested OpenAI's automated content moderation system to detect hateful comments about various demographic groups and found that the system treats some groups differently. For example, negative comments about women are more likely to be labeled as hateful than the same comments made about men. Negative remarks about sexual orientation minorities are more likely to be flagged as hateful than the same comments about straight people. And negative comments about religious minorities are more likely to be classified as hateful than the same comments about Christians. The OpenAI content moderation system was analyzed for its handling of hateful comments and was found to have specific disparities based on political affiliation and ideological orientation. For example, the system appears to be more lenient towards hateful comments targeting conservatives than similar comments aimed at liberals. In addition, negative comments about Democrats are more frequently labeled hateful by the system than similar comments about Republicans. Regarding the treatment of different racial and ethnic groups, the OpenAI content moderation system performed more evenly. However, negative comments about certain groups, such as whites and Native Americans, were still more likely to be deemed non-hateful than negative comments about other groups, such as Asians and blacks. In addition, it is worth noting that negative comments about African Americans were found to be more likely to be permitted if the term African Americans was used instead of blacks. The system is also more lenient towards negative comments about Canadians, Britons, Americans, or Scandinavians compared to negative comments about Africans, Arabs, Indians, or Mexicans. This disparity is observed in the system's hateful speech classification based on the origin region. Regarding religious identity, the system is more likely to flag negative comments about Muslims, Jews, or Hindus as hateful compared to similar comments about Christians, Mormons, atheists, evangelicals, or Jehovah's Witnesses. Regarding sexual orientation, negative comments targeting sexual orientation minorities are slightly more likely to be classified as hateful compared to negative comments about straight or heterosexual individuals. The results of the experiments are clear. OpenAI's content moderation system tends to classify negative comments about certain demographic groups as hateful more frequently than comments about other groups. This pattern is consistent across race or ethnicity, region of origin, religious identity, and sexual orientation. However, the system's permissiveness of hateful comments about conservatives and Republicans stands out as an exception to the general trend. Does ChatGPT have a political bias? Professor David Rosado has previously conducted several political bias analyses of ChatGPT. The first one, conducted on November 30th, 2022, showed a clear left-leaning political bias. The test was replicated on December 15th after OpenAI updated ChatGPT. It appeared that the political bias had been partially reduced, and the system often aimed to present a variety of perspectives for questions with political implications. After the January 9th update of ChatGPT, Professor David Rosado conducted an expanded analysis of political bias by administering 15 political orientation tests to the model. The findings revealed that 14 out of 15 tests showed a clear preference for left-leaning viewpoints in ChatGPT's answers. This raises the question of whether AI systems should treat all demographic groups equally or provide preferential treatment to certain groups deemed as vulnerable. The study findings might be due to ChatGPT being trained on data with political biases. The data used for training was sourced from the internet, including popular news media, academic institutions, and social media, which are known to be dominated by left-leaning professionals. The political leanings of these professionals could have influenced the data, leading to the absorption of these biases by the AI system. An alternative explanation was put forward by AI researcher Álvaro Barbero Jimenez, who suggested that human raters may have played a role in these results. The human raters were involved in evaluating the quality of ChatGPT's responses, and their ratings were used to fine-tune the reinforcement learning module during the training process. However, the group of raters may not have been representative of the wider society, and their personal biases might have been inadvertently incorporated into the model parameters. The fact that OpenAI did not address these asymmetries or ignored them is concerning. The increasing use of AI systems in commercial applications will give them great power to influence human behavior and perception. Therefore, these systems must be free from biases and discrimination and prioritize truth and equality. The future of OpenAI and its mission of benefiting all of humanity will depend on how it handles these issues. Integrating political biases in widely used AI language models can be used as a tool for social control. Ethical AI systems should aim to avoid favoring certain political beliefs over others on questions that empirical data cannot determine. They should not claim to provide impartial and factual information while exhibiting clear political bias. AI ethics and moral has been a hot topic in the last few weeks, and even Elon Musk weighed in and called it concerning when ChatGPT answered that it is never morally permissible to utter a racial slur, even if doing so is the only way to save millions of people from a nuclear bomb, when asked the hypothetical scenario. We are working to improve the default settings to be more neutral and also to empower users to get our systems to behave in accordance with their individual preferences within broad bounds. This is harder than it sounds and will take us some time to get right, Sam Altman wrote after receiving a lot of criticism. What steps should OpenAI take to address the biases in ChatGPT and ensure that AI systems are free from discrimination? Please share your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more updates and discussions on AI and technology.